Now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 10. I'm Justin Betty. The Rhinelander paper mill has gone by different names, has been operated by different companies over the years, but it has been a centerpiece of Rhinelander for over a century now. Now, a new exhibit at the Pioneer Park Historical Complex aims to celebrate that history as well as the workers who've helped keep it running. Newswatch 12's Cooper Henkel has details.
You know, these are the men and women who, when they left their job, went out and volunteered and helped new neighbors who moved in build homes, and who were the leaders and the volunteers that built Rhinelander.
Dozens gathered outside the Railroad Museum to dedicate the new exhibit.
So we were able to get a lot of those wonderful photographs printed and framed and displayed in the photo exhibit, and a nice little cabinet with some paper mill artifacts, and it's great.
Made possible by the Gaber family.
And when that whistle blew, boy, we hightailed it back home. And you can see the whole neighborhood of kids coming up the street to go to their various houses to have lunch. Those are the types of things you remember.
A collection of digitized photos rotates alongside the artifacts and images attached to the wall, overlooking the model railroad set in 1950s Rhinelander.
How many here have worked at the paper mill at some point in time? Raise your hand.
The exhibit highlights Rhinelander's working class heritage.
One of the long pictures is from 1930, and it's a picture of all of the mill workers, and in it is my father-in-law, Sal Gaber. You can pick him out because he's the biggest smile in the whole group.
My great-grandfather, my great-uncle both spent over 30 years each working at the paper mill.
The Gabers established an endowment to fund the exhibit.
But the earnings off that principal will go back for the paper mill exhibit display, its upkeep and its expansion.
For Newswatch 12, I'm Cooper Henkel.
Outside, Jeff, it's another beautiful, warm summer day.
Yeah, look what we did. Briefly touching 80 earlier. Tomorrow we'll do it again, Thursday and Friday and Saturday as well, as warm temperatures have moved in and likely not going anywhere until after the weekend. Outside currently, though, we're back in the 60s, a couple 70s out there still. Back off to the west, a sign of what's to come. Warmer temperatures are on the way. A couple of you could do mid-80s tomorrow, and it's more humid. Looking outside now, though, lots of clear skies across the state. No problems at all this evening. And then looking to the west, though, there's a little something over here. That's our next system. A pattern changer, by the way, that'll bring us a couple storms on Saturday and some cooler temperatures next week. Our forecast, though, for tonight, though, is mostly clear skies, maybe some dense fog late, with low temperatures down near 57. Your full forecast is coming up, Justin.
All right, thanks, Jeff. As COVID-19 case numbers continue to rise, Mole Lake casino officials have announced they are temporarily shutting down the casino lodge with plans to reopen on September 6th. Statewide today, the Wisconsin Department of Health Services reports the most new cases on any single day since January, 1,666, raising our daily average for the last week to 1,218. DHS also reports 12 new deaths today. We're averaging about 3 per day over the last week. We heard from local health leaders yesterday saying the overwhelming majority of the recent serious cases they've been seeing have been among people who are not vaccinated. So far, DHS reports about 53.4% of all people in Wisconsin have received at least one dose of COVID-19 vaccine, including more than 64% of adults. As the number of cases of COVID-19 continues to grow across the country, schools are deciding whether students and staff should wear masks to start the school year. Last night, the School District of Rhinelander's Board of Education voted to keep masking optional. Superintendent Eric Burke told Newswatch 12 students and visitors won't need to wear masks as long as cases remain low.
So we have all the mitigation efforts in place. We will distance as much as possible. We will be disinfecting and cleaning like we did last year. But we're trying to have school as normal as possible and distance as much as possible. But it'll be fairly normal, and we hope it stays that way.
They hope, however, students must still wear a mask while they ride the bus, which is a federal policy. Burke added there were concerns raised about masking on both sides, and the school district's asking everyone to just be understanding and flexible.
Knew based on emails and phone calls from parents and community members that there were strong feelings on both sides of this issue, but the board supported the administration's ability to use the plan and make changes if they are necessary during the school year.
And again, while masks are still optional in the classroom, they are required on school buses, which again is a federal policy. Speaking of those buses, many school bus companies are having a hard time finding drivers right now. It's part of a nationwide shortage. News Watch 12's Morgan Johnson has details.
Kim Wires has driven a bus for Bowen's bus service in Rhinelander since 1998. Now she's the manager.
We're the first face the child sees and the last one they see going home.
Wires knows how much her bus drivers impact kids.
Just being able to give a smile, give a kind word can make a huge difference in a kid's day.
While the opportunity to change a kid's day has stayed the same, even after working at the company for this long, she has never seen anything like this year.
Even last year, we weren't as short as we are this year.
Wires has the buses, the money, and all the resources to provide transportation, except one important thing: drivers. Last year, the bus service had fewer employees because of the pandemic. Wires did not expect that trend to continue or to get even worse.
Now it's gotten to a critical level, so obviously the pandemic is playing a part in that.
In a normal year, the company has 35 to 40 employees driving buses. This year, they are just short of 30 drivers. The bus driver shortage doesn't just stop in Rhinelander. Other bus companies in Minocqua, Anago, and Tomahawk are in need of drivers as well. Bowens may have to combine bus routes, and after-school activities like sporting events and field trips could be affected. But until that's reality, Wires is focusing on attracting new drivers to the company.
It's just a great part-time job. It's a few hours in the morning, a few hours in the afternoon. You have your whole day.
That's Morgan Johnson reporting. If you're interested in becoming a driver, you're asked to contact Bowen's Bus Service. Meanwhile, the Nicolet National Forest is recruiting folks for temporary appointment seasonal fire positions. The typical work season is April through September. Positions needed include forestry technicians, fire dozer operators, logistics dispatchers. Applications are due by next Monday, August 23rd, to usajobs.gov. You can find more information about the Nicolet National Forest on their website, Facebook, or Twitter page. Today, Governor Evers gave an update on plans to relocate some of the Afghan refugees to Fort McCoy here in Wisconsin, saying, quote, many Afghan people now fleeing their homes have bravely contributed to work in Afghanistan over the past 2 decades, just as they protected us in serving our country and helping keep our troops safe. We owe it to them to protect and keep them safe, end quote. He added that he has been in contact with federal partners and says Wisconsin is ready to assist with the efforts. Tonight, evacuations continue from the airport in Kabul, Afghanistan, the only way out for people looking to flee Taliban control right now. Richard Engel gives us an in-depth look at the situation on the ground there.
Today, we made it onto the military side of Kabul Airport. This is where the U.S. is carrying out its final withdrawal from Afghanistan. The American flag still flies here. This side of the airport has long been an American and NATO base, and it's full, with extra troops brought in to protect the evacuation.
This has become effectively the last U.S. military base in Afghanistan, the last presence of American troops in this country after 20 years. And they're only focused on one thing, wrapping it up.
The evacuations are mainly bringing out Americans and other foreign nationals, along with Afghans who managed to get visas and who are happy to be leaving. Hundreds packed into one American cargo jet. The Biden administration has promised to expedite visas for Afghans who worked for the U.S. military, but tens of thousands are still waiting. I spoke to a group of Afghans. They've all worked on this base for over 5 years. Not one has a visa.
What did you do on this base? What was your job?
Yeah, I work in billeting office.
In the billeting office?
Billeting office.
Finding people places to rooms.
Yeah.
If you go back home, are you worried?
If you go outside, of course they will kill us.
Even worse than the lack of action, they say, is the lack of concern. Outside the airport, there's utter desperation. Afghans pushing and pleading to get in and board a flight away from Taliban rule. They don't believe the Taliban, which today promised to be different, that women will have rights, a free press, and a general amnesty for translators who helped the U.S. military. Afghans we spoke to say they were wrong to trust American promises, as the U.S. is leaving Afghanistan in the hands of extremists and leaving so many allies behind.
It's Richard Engel reporting. It's been a busy summer for wildfires across the country, especially out west, but also in places nearby as Minnesota. We'll have the latest from there in just a few minutes. But first, Jeff's in with your full forecast next on Newswatch 12 at 10.
Need a new boat? Then it's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports, because we need your old boat. We need to buy fishing boats, pontoons, and speedboats. So trade in your old one and upgrade into a new boat today. Come check out more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Or we could help you get top dollar by selling your old boat on consignment. It's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
Birchfield Nurseries of Rhinelander has been servicing northern Wisconsin since 1950. Birchfield Nurseries grows all of their own plants, and you will always find healthy, hardy, and well-maintained plants. Let their experienced staff answer any of your landscaping questions. They also handle shredded bark mulch, compost, and topsoil. For all your lawn care needs, they carry sod, premium gas seed, and lawn fertilizer. Consider one of the professional landscape crews to do the work for you. If you want experience with quality, call Birchfield Nurseries.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find new summer adventures. Find new roads.
Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for 90 days on select popular Chevy SUVs. Plus, get interest-free financing for 72 months when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Bruce Orthodontics, changing lives one smile at a time. Rhinelander, Minocqua, Eagle River, Phillips, and the greater Northwoods area. Treating patients of all ages.
Huge auction August 22nd, Pelican Lake, Wisconsin. Pontoon, fishing boats, ATV, tools, home contents, antiques, aluminum pier, lifts, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Take it away, boys. You don't want to miss the Central Wisconsin Military Show, August 20th to 21st at the Motorama Auto Museum. Visit centralwisconsinmilitarishow.com for more information.
There you are. Welcome back, my friends. Lots of colors in the sky this morning, but then it turned blue. A gorgeous day across the area today with a lack of cloud cover, temperatures near 80 or so. It was just perfect. We'll do it again tomorrow, but slightly warmer and slightly more humid tomorrow as well. After high temperatures today did this, 80 again in Rhinelander, 79 for Tomahawk, 81 for Merrill. So, but look to the west though, Minneapolis 91. There are warmer temperatures that way. Those are starting to creep into north central Wisconsin as well. Many of you could do mid 80s tomorrow. All right, the average though is 77, the record high being 94, record low 36. That'd be cool, right? And then sunset earlier at 8:02. Okay, so out there right now, temperatures are nice and comfortable. 67 in Rhinelander, 60 in Leona, Green Bay 67 as well. So a very comfortable night once again, but again, it's slightly more humid. You're definitely going to feel that if you're out sleeping in a tent this evening. But going forward, kind of warm tomorrow, 84, then 86-ish on Thursday. Back to 84 on Friday, followed by a cold front's going to come through late Friday and Saturday and begin the process of cooling us off into the 70s again by next week. And then also much cooler, drier Canadian air is back on the way. Looking outside right now, though, lots of clear skies across Wisconsin and pretty much the entire Great Lakes area and off to the west, too. But there is something going on here. This is our next system. It's still several days away. So tomorrow you're fine. Thursday you're fine. Friday you're fine. But look for a couple of thunder showers back in the forecast on Saturday. That's a cold front coming our way that will likely change our temperatures getting to Sunday and Monday. Looking outside, the surface map, though, shows a cold front just to our north. So this high has been in place for several days, 6 days now. This is our 6th day without rain across our area. It's going to slowly slide to the east beginning tomorrow, eventually allowing this front and that low to move move in our direction. It will get here on a late Friday into Saturday and give us that chance for a few showers on Saturday as well. Nothing severe. It will not be an all-day rain. Don't cancel your weekend plans at all, but look for a few showers in the forecast on Saturday. And the smoke is out there too. So under the high pressure system, the air is sinking, right? So there's lots of smoke built into that right now. That smoke made a move for us today. If you noticed a very beautiful sunset earlier, kind of hazy out there, that smoke way up high, about 10,000 feet. It'll likely stay there tomorrow as well. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is mostly clear skies, lows down near 57, very comfortable. For tomorrow, it's Wednesday already, lots of sunshine again, hazy though, and more humid with high temperatures near 84. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows we stay dry. 7th day tomorrow, 8th, 9th, and then 10th day, it should rain around here with temperatures near 80 on Saturday. Justin?
All right, thanks, Jeff. Well, we are in a bit of a dry stretch right now. Northern Wisconsin has not seen the drought conditions and wildfires of many of people in our country, including as nearby as Minnesota. Liz Collin has details from Bemidji.
This fire burned up 5 to 8 acres.
A popular hangout for teenagers in the Mississippi Headwaters State Forest transformed into a charred mess more than a week ago. Remnants of a wildfire west of Bemidji that could have been much worse.
The wind was in our favor on this one.
DNR forester and fire team leader Ben Lang showed us what became the Bear Den fire. While the cause is still under investigation, the site becomes yet another spot crews track closely long after the flames are out.
Every fire we check at least the next day. On a fire like this where there's lots of heavy debris that were burnt up, we'll be out here, for at least 5-6 days afterwards.
So far in this area alone, they've responded to nearly 120 fires, up about 30% than a typical year. And so many fires, they're running out of names.
We have to go through a list of names before we get to one that hasn't been used.
When Kelly Sandy isn't wearing his flame-resistant material on the fire line, this summer he's wearing fun clothes in an attempt to lighten the mood outside the DNR forestry building, as the dry and dangerous summer has crews working 14 straight days before being allowed a day off.
That's very hard mentally, emotionally, and even physically. And I don't know how to explain it other than, wow, oh my God. I mean, that's where we're at.
This is the dispatch trailer. This is kind of the command post.
The trailer out back is another example of the long season. Typically staffed for just a few months, it's usually empty this time of year.
Basically, any fire aircraft that flies in the state of Minnesota, we can watch.
By August, Bemidji would see nearly 20 inches of rain. So far, it's recorded just 6.
And the humidity is super low. You can just feel it.
Alyssa Moore is a Wisconsin firefighter and one of several out-of-state crews called in to help. She's just starting her 2-week stint in town in a profession where years of service matter.
I'm learning from all different sides, so now I get the Minnesota side of how they fight fire and compare it to Wisconsin.
Gaining experience in a summer surrounded by the unfamiliar.
We're kind of in uncharted territory right now.
Next month, Wisconsin plays host to golf's Ryder Cup at legendary Whistling Straits. But we'll show you how one Northwoods golf prodigy is honing his craft on a simpler track after the break.
Ribco Credit Union, since 1932. In the best of times and in times that require just a little more flexibility and kindness. We've been here, we'll be here. We are here for you. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg presents Revisiting Creedence. Rocking the iconic catalog of CCR, one of America's all-time greatest bands. Saturday, September 11th. Outdoors, under the stars at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. Celebrate the musical legacy of Creedence Clearwater Revival with Revisiting Creedence. Tickets just $30 in advance, 40 day of the show. Only at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg.
We would never hit 12 drunk.
Clutch it up drunk? Not a chance. Do a stoppie drunk?
We would never drift drunk. So you should never drive drunk. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Oh, that spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat.
Ooh, yeah, that's nice.
Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on?
Sure, it's wireless.
What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password?
It's Buick Envision.
That's a really tight spot. I used to hate parallel parking. Me too.
The all-new Buick Envision, built around you, all of you. Pay no interest for 72 months, plus current eligible Buick owners get $500 purchase allowance on 2021 Buick SUV models.
Ripco Credit Union, since 1932. In the best of times and in times that require just a little more flexibility and kindness. We've been here, we'll be here. We are here for you. Federally insured by NCUA.
Coming up on your Wednesday, we'll speak to a local chiropractor about the importance of picking the right backpack for your kids.
And we're keeping things dry as we do move forward, Peter, with temperatures in the middle 80s, plenty of sunshine, and a few passing clouds. More when you tune in on your Wednesday.
Summer is flying by, but local golfers still have some time before they need to hang up the sticks for the winter, which is great news for at least one local golfer who's had quite the season already. News Watch 12's Griffin Stroin joined us now live in studio to explain. Griffin.
Yeah, Justin, there's nothing like being outside on a nice summer day and playing a round of golf. And for one youngster, he's able to do it from the comfort of his own backyard. Welcome to Hakonen Holes Golf Course, the literal home course for 12-year-old Maddie Hakonen.
I'd probably try to come out every day, either the golf course or here.
While on a regular course, you have to avoid sand traps and water. Here, it's more like gardens and playgrounds, a dream that his dad made come true years ago.
We've owned our house here for about 15 years, and it wasn't too long after that probably that I'm going to put a hole in the backyard.
Golf is a big deal for the Hakonen family. It's a way to come together.
Maddie and myself, my dad, and my grandpa all were out there on the golf course together. That's something that golf allows that not many sports do, that you can have so many generations playing together.
Oh no.
And with the help from Dad and Grandpa, Maddie is a champion.
I was just thinking that I would do my best, have some fun, and see what happens.
He won the PGA Drive, Chip, and Putt Sub-Regional Qualifier in his age group. A thrill for Maddie and his parents.
Watching every score come in after that, then you're a little more nervous and anxious about it, but it was a lot of fun, a really good time, and it was fun to see him enjoy it so much.
Oh, short.
Next up is the Regional Qualifier in Chicago, an event his dad is hoping he'll cherish.
As far as game plan goes, it's just go and enjoy a country club that you would never get to go to otherwise. Hit the ball well and chip and putt well, and just see what happens. Hopefully, he can just enjoy the experience of it.
And while Maddie loves to chip and putt in the backyard, he had a tee time to catch.
I golf league on Tuesday and Thursdays. On Tuesday, I do it with my grandpa. On Thursdays, I do it with my dad.
So, on their cart, Maddie and Grandpa were off for another round together. Justin, it was honestly such a cool course. Maddie was killing it. He made 27 holes by himself, and they even have a scorecard, a little scorecard.
That's pretty
for
cool.
For his golf course. It was honestly so much fun.
I love it. I think he can take me too. I'm 11 years old. He's got some game.
He could beat me, no problem.
All right, thank you, Griffin. Well, many events, of course, were canceled over the last year because of the pandemic, but one local library tradition lives on thanks to the work of a summer intern. We'll explain after the break.
Don't let the cost of high deductibles or out-of-pocket expenses prevent you from receiving the care you need. With Bone & Joint's no-interest payment plan, you don't have to live in pain. Visit bonejoint.net for more details on no-interest financing.
Whether it's for work or play, you want a truck that'll get the job done right. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, can be purchased online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. Go now to lenztruck.com.
Lenz Truck. At US Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less.
Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours.
Whether it's adapting the network for a strong signal where you work or optimizing your coverage where you play, we're always hard at work to make sure our state-of-the-art 5G network works for you.
Up to $1,200 off any 5G phone with no trade-in or hidden fees.
U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
How many times have you searched the same thing? What to make for dinner, kid-friendly meals, easy party food. Stop searching and look no further than the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with new recipes every day on Newswatch 12 Today and Newswatch 12 at 6. The Test Kitchen has you covered for every meal, snack, and craving. Now, how many ways can you say, "Ooh, it's so good"? Mr. Food Test Kitchen, brought to you by Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio and Golden Carrot Jewelers.
Now's the time to get a Ford built for you, by you. Pick your color, your wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want an F-150 with a 12-inch touchscreen, 400 horsepower in an Explorer, or a moonroof? You've got it. And now an additional $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Build and order your select Ford today and get $1,000 bonus cash in addition to all public offers.
Don't let the cost of high deductibles or out-of-pocket expenses prevent you from receiving the care you need. With Bone & Joint's no-interest payment plan, you don't have to live in pain. Visit bonejoint.net for more details on no-interest financing.
For years, the Rhinelander District Library has held an annual tea party for kids, but like many things, it was canceled last year because of the pandemic. And it looked like that might happen again this year until an intern decided to step up. Newswatch 12's Lily Zoller explains.
It was something I looked forward to every summer. One of my best friends and I would get all dressed up and come.
Allie Kubany grew up attending the annual Rhinelander District Library Tea Party each year. When the event was canceled due to the pandemic last summer, she was inspired to make it happen this year.
It has been probably the biggest undertaking of my summer, especially because there was no format for me to follow because we're completely changing the way the event runs.
The event has been in person in the past, but will be held virtually for the first time this year. Kubany has been planning programming to fit the event's theme, honeybees. This includes an hour of online scheduling and a goodie bag full of bee-inspired products from local businesses.
I think it's a great way to stay community-centered and also learn about something that I'm passionate about, which is honeybees.
One local business, Hanson's Garden Village, donated wild bee balm seeds.
It's great to know that we're giving to the community, especially in terms of like native plants. That's a passion of ours and a specialty out here at Hanson's Garden Village.
Kubany says she's thankful for the support of businesses in the area that made this event possible.
Maybe some kids who have never really thought about bees or are kind of afraid of them can see them in a new light and come to appreciate them and maybe get excited about reading and maybe more virtual programming in the process.
That's Lily Zola reporting the tea party is 1 week from today. Interested families can call the Rhinelander District Library to sign up while there's still space. We'll be right back.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find new summer adventures. Find new roads.
Make no monthly payments for 120 days on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing when you finance with GM Financial. And get $2,500 cash allowance.
Stylize your bathroom with help from Menards. We carry everything you need from top brands, including Great Lakes Flooring. Great Lakes vinyl plank flooring is durable, waterproof, and easily clicks together. Finish your update with Magic Woods Vanities. With over 50 vanities to choose from, Magic Woods offers a combination of quality construction and styles to match your lifestyle. All Great Lakes Flooring and Magic Woods Vanities are 11% off right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Have all the summer projects got you feeling like you are juggling more than you want? Maher Water Corporation can help you take one ball out of the mix. Just like taking a break to watch our athletes compete in Japan, this summer you can take a break and let us treat your water. So while you are rooting on the U.S., enjoy your American-made water. And to all the athletes representing our country, bring home the gold.
Hi,
I'm Kristen from Sleep Central on Highway 51 South in Minocqua, your bedding and futon headquarters. We carry the largest selection of name brand mattresses in northern Wisconsin, in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Beautyrest, Sealy, Serta, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. We also have a huge selection of accessories to complement your bedding purchase. Sleep Central also carries a wide variety of futons and unique bedroom furniture with quality all-wood construction. Better sleep, pain-free, that's our promise at Sleep Central in Minocqua, your one-stop sleep shop.
Need a new boat? Then it's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports, because we need your old boat. We need to buy fishing boats, pontoons, and speedboats. So trade in your old one and upgrade into a new boat today. Come check out more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Or we could help you get top dollar by selling your old boat on consignment. It's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
Huge auction August 22nd, Pelican Lake, Wisconsin. Pontoon, fishing boats, ATV, tools, home contents, antiques, aluminum pier, lifts, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Take it away, boys. All right, temperatures are hanging out in the 60s and 70s out there right now after a very comfortable day that briefly touched 80 in Rhinelander. We'll do it again tomorrow, probably low to mid 80s across much of the area tomorrow. So like today, but more humid, but still clear skies again. So a beautiful sunset earlier. There's a bit of smoke about 10,000 feet up right now. No health issues with that, but still it makes for a beautiful sunrises and sunsets. We'll get that again tomorrow morning. But then take a look at your 7-day. Looking good here. So dry tomorrow, dry Thursday, dry Friday, but then a chance for a couple thunderstorms Saturday. I know the timing not good here, but it will not be an all-day rain. Don't cancel your plans this weekend. We're all good.
That's still a pretty nice forecast.
Yes.
Not going to have any complaints about that. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 10. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next. Have a great night.